Section 6 of The Sunny Side by A.Amilne. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 5, Part 1. Home Notes. The Way Down. Sidney Smith, or Napoleon, or Marcus Aurelius, somebody about that time, said that after 10 days any letter would answer itself. You see what he meant. Left to itself, your invitation from the Duchess to lunch next Tuesday is no longer a matter to worry about by Wednesday morning. You were either there or not there. It is unnecessary to write now and say that a previous invitation from the Prime Minister, and so on. It was Napoleon's idea, or Dr. Johnson's, or Mark Antony's, one of that circle, that all correspondence can be treated in this manner. I have followed these early masters, or whichever one it was, to the best of my ability. At any given moment in the last few years there have been 10 letters that I absolutely must write, 30 which I ought to write, and 50 which any other person in my position would have written. Probably I have written 2. After all, when your profession is writing, you have some excuse for demanding a change of occupation in your leisure hours. No doubt, if I were a coal heaver by day, my wife would see to the fire after dinner while I wrote letters. As it is, she does the correspondence, while I gaze into the fire and think about things. You will say, no doubt, that this was all very well before the war, but that in the army a little writing would be a pleasant change after the day's duties. Allow me to disillusion you. If, years ago, I had ever conceived a glorious future in which my autograph might be of value to the more promiscuous collectors, that conception has now been shattered. 4 years in the army has absolutely spoilt the market. Even were I revered in the year 2000 A.D., as Shakespeare is revered now, my 500,000 autographs, scattered so lavishly on charge sheets, passes, chits, requisitions, indents, and applications, would keep the price at a dead level of about 10 a penny. No, I have had enough of writing in the army, and I never want to sign my own name again. Yours sincerely, Herbert Asquith. Faithfully yours, J. Jellicoe. These by all means, but not my own. However, I wrote a letter in the 3rd year of the war. It was to the bank. It informed the manager that I had arrived in London from France, and should be troubling them again shortly. London being to all appearances an expensive place, it also called attention to my new address, a small furnished flat, in which Celia and I could just turn round if we did it separately. When it was written, then came the question of posting it. I was all for waiting till the next morning, but Celia explained that there was actually a letter-box on our own floor, 20 yards down the passage. I took the letter along and dropped it into the slit. Then a wonderful thing happened. It went flipperty, 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 flipperty.